Hello, everyone. Welcome to another night at the Fireside Tales. Here I am at the Fireside Tales Library, one of the largest libraries in the world. And I'm about to tell you another true story from its collection. This is the story of the Thief Prince. A long time ago, when the pages of history were first being written, and the world was still young and hadn't lost all of its old magic, there lived a thief, named the Thief Prince. Now, the Thief Prince was said to be the greatest thief to ever live. He could steal the whiskers off a cat and the flames off a candlestick. He could steal the stars and the moon from the midnight sky and turn it into day. Indeed, it was said that he was such a great thief that he could even steal from death itself. Now, in the kingdom of Azafar, there lived an evil king. Now, the evil king didn't like the Thief Prince, for the Thief Prince had stolen from every bank and chest that the king owned. The king sent out his guards to search the alleyways and the street corners to find the Thief Prince. But the Thief Prince jumped from rooftop to rooftop and crawled around in the sewers, and the guards were unable to find him. Well, the king placed an incredible bounty on the Thief Prince's head, but alas, to no avail. And the king had about given up on ever catching the Thief Prince. But one night, it seemed that the stars and the planets aligned. And finally, the Thief Prince was caught. It happened like this. The Thief Prince was out on a walk in the town, and as he went, he saw an apple sitting on a vendor's table, and the Thief Prince walked over and he sneaked over to steal the apple. But the moment his hands touched the apple, out of the shadows came a large hand like that of a gorilla, and it grabbed hold of the Thief Prince's arm, and it said, "Gotcha, you crooked thief!" And the Thief Prince tried to run away, pulling at his hand like a raccoon caught in a trap. But the guard only pulled him tighter. "You're coming with me. The king will decide what to do with you." And so the Thief Prince was taken to the king's palace. The Thief Prince was brought before a judge and jury, and it was decided that he should be sent to Bungalow Prison for the rest of his days. Now, Bungalow Prison is one of the most top security prisons to ever have existed. It was said that not a single person have ever escaped from Bungalow Prison. It was situated on an island out in the middle of the sea. Anyone who tried to swim in the sea, in the water, would probably freeze to death. But anyways, this is where the Thief Prince was sent. And he was placed in the highest tower, and the cell was locked, and the key was thrown away. He lived here for quite some time, going crazy and talking to the birds. And it didn't seem like the Thief Prince would ever get out, as 42 years passed. But during this time, the Thief Prince became good friends with the guards and came to know them like his own blood. And one day the guards were sitting there and they were talking, and they said, "It's the warden's 90th birthday today." And the other guards said, "Yeah, we ought to celebrate." Well, the Thief Prince heard this and he said, "I just heard what you all said. I happen to know a friend in the kingdom of Azafar, lying somewhere close to the end of Wickerin Forest, and he's an excellent party planner. Tell him that he was sent by me, and I'm sure you'll get a good deal off." Well, the guards, who always liked to bargain, went down, and they went to the end of Wickerin Forest by Azafar Kingdom, and they saw Red Fox, and he was sitting there. He was in a sort of alleyway. He was a whole bunch of three-legged dogs there, and chickens, and old artifacts, and things like that. And they went up, and when they told Red Fox all about it, he listened carefully. And when they said the Thief Prince, he lighted up, and he said he'd be more than happy to help them. So anyway, the Red Fox went to Bungalow Prison, and he began to set up the party. The Thief Prince, since he had been so gracious to give them such a wonderful party planner, was allowed to help Red Fox do the party. So anyways, they got the party together. And one June day it was celebrated. Everybody showed up, all the prisoners were allowed. Only the Thief Prince didn't go because he was rather sick and didn't feel like it. But everyone was else there, and the guards were dancing with the prisoners and all that stuff. And eventually the warden arrived, and he was a thin-looking man, about as thin as a toothpick, and bald on the top of his head, and his bald head seemed to glare with the light of the sun, and everyone had to kind of shield their eyes so not to get hurt by the gleam off his bald head. But anyways, the warden was very happy, for he was a good man and a jolly man. And he had food, and they drank, and it lasted well into the night. And finally the warden was asked to give a speech, so he went up to the stage, and he said, "Oh, my friends, I want to thank you for giving me such a wonderful party. You do not know how each and every one of you has touched my heart." And as the warden continued his speech, one of the guards suddenly shouted, "Look up there! Look up there!" Everyone started looking up, and to their amazement, there was the thief prince, dangling into the sky, holding on to the strings of at least 1,000 balloons. And everyone was shocked, and the guards yelled, "Shoot him down! Shoot him down!" And they shot their arrows, but it was no use. The guards began to shoot their cannons, but the thief prince was far too high up for them to hit. And so the thief prince sailed away on his balloons, off into the black midnight sky. The next day, the guards would search out in the sea and look everywhere they could. They searched the whole place, thinking that maybe they'd find the thief prince hanging on to a whole bunch of balloon strings. But he was never found. And it is a mystery to this day whatever happened to the thief prince. Perhaps sailing off towards freedom. There was a little bit of an investigation, and the detective discovered what happened. The thief prince was a very good thief, so he had been able to hide all of the balloons up in his clothing and such, while the party was being planned. And he had took it up into his bedroom and hidden everything inside a hollow part in his bed. Not only was there balloons in the hollow part of his bed, but he also had placed a file. They never did find out how he got the file in. Nor did they ever find out how he filled all the balloons with helium. It's still a mystery to this day, and I won't begin to speculate. But anyways, where did the thief prince sail off to? Who knows? Maybe into that land of dreams, that place known as the Fireside Tales, where anything is possible, and any escape can be made. And all you have to do is believe in it. As always, sweet dreams, and good night.